Hello, I'm Tristram Clayton, Head of Content and Government Relations at Alexander PR.
And I'm Emily Svadlenak, Chief Marketing Officer at Alexander PR.
Today we're going to demonstrate how Zoom, which we're currently using to communicate from our respective homes, and other teleconferencing apps such as Google Hangouts, Zencaster, Squadcast, etc., are all effective and powerful ways of getting your company or organisation's message out to the world despite the nationwide lockdown.
The current pandemic means countless companies and their leaders are now facing business not as usual for an unknowable time. But the good news is, it is still possible for businesses to minimise the negative effects of the crisis and be ready to rebound once it ends.
And one of the best and safest ways of doing this is by using Zoom or one of those other apps to talk with colleagues or experts or other service providers in engaging conversation.
These conversations, much like this one, can be uploaded to social media for a low-cost and powerful way of making your company front of mind.
Alternatively, you could drop the video like this and create a series of in-depth podcast conversations that can be uploaded to apps like iTunes, Stitcher or Podbean.
So far, this discussion has been quite conversational, but if you're speaking with an expert on a subject, it could just as easily be a straight interview.
That's a very good point, Emily. So let's give it a go. All right, first question. What are some of the advantages of being able to create your own content in the way we're doing right now?
One of the key advantages of creating a podcast like this from your own space is that you can record it in full control of when you do it, where you do it, how you do it, and what you say. So it's that consistent, controllable messaging that's from your living room.
Obviously so important in this age of the lockdown. Now tell us, a lot of business leaders or some business leaders might not be comfortable with this technology. After all, we don't always use Zoom as much as we are right now. Well, how can you help people with some of these concerns?
Absolutely. So a lot of people might not be quite familiar with these new technologies, and that's where we come in, and we can help facilitate the entire process through just doing a Zoom call with clients and walking them through the process and helping them set everything up so that eventually they can do it by themselves.
And so what that includes things like getting their microphone working, lighting, I guess. What other things do we need to look at there?
So definitely lighting, making sure that you're in a space that is quiet. You know you won't be interrupted by your children, a dog, or a hungry spouse that wants food now. And it's making sure that you have your notes prepared, as easy as it is to say, I'll just wing it. Few people can actually pull that off. If you can, kudos. But even the most experienced podcasters do usually have a few notes handy on the side.
Nice idea. Now, you said it was quite low cost. What about the logistics? We talked about getting them uploaded. You're an expert on social media and podcasts. How are these conversations recorded, edited, and uploaded?
It depends how you approach the entire process. We at Alexander PR have a close relationship with our personal editor. So he does all the nitty-gritty parts of if someone screws up while they're speaking, he will go and tidy that up afterwards. And then we get presented with a tidy little package, which you can then upload to your social media and spread through your target audiences with a campaign specialized for that, or boosting a post, or just putting it up on one channel as you see fit. And I would highly recommend working with your marketing person on that or asking us for help with it. It's a pretty much a scalable feast. So you can do it as low cost, as high cost as you like, depending how much budget you want to put into promoting the podcast, for example.
Great work. Well, Emily, this has been a real pleasure. Thanks for chatting with me and explaining how well these types of teleconferencing apps can work. And of course, if there are businesses out there who would like to know more, don't hesitate to get in touch. You can use the details on the screen now. And of course, stay safe, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Thank you.